Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shishi Radha Vinod Vihari Ju ki jai. Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju ki jai. Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashutara Shata Shishimad Bhakti-Vedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja Śrīla Gurudeva ki jai. Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashutara Shata Shishimad Bhaktivedānta Vaman Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashutara Shata Shishimad Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Swami Mahārāja Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashutara Shata Shishimad Bhakti-bhājau Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashutara Shata Shishimad Bhakti-bhājau. Sorry, I just did Bhakti. Let me. Sorry, my mind went somewhere else for a second. Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashutara Shata Shishimad Bhakti-bhājau Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashutara Shata Shishimad Bhakti-siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai. Nityal Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Śrīla Gorksharas Babaji Mahārāja ki jai. Nityal Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannathadas Babaji Mahārāja ki jai. Shri Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga ki jai. Shri Rupa Sanātana Bhatta Raghunath. Shri Jeev Gopala Bhatta Dasa Gunath. Shard Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Śrīla Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se kaho Shri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Sarva Abhishta Pradata Giriraj Maharaj ki jai. Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kunda ki jai. Shri Muna Devi Ganga Devi ki jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki jai. Shri Bhakti Devi ki jai. Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya ki jai. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Jai Śrī Dāmodarāṣṭakam ki jai. Shri Satyavrata Muni ki jai. Srila Sanātana Goswami's Dig-darśinī-ṭīkā ki jai. My Srila Gurudev's Dig-darśinī-vṛtti ki jai. Shri Rama Akadashi Titi ki jai. Shri Yashoda Damodar ki jai. Shri Radha Damodar ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Nanta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaura Bhaktivedānta ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna, everybody. Dandavat pranams, Nari Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji here on Zoom. And let's see who is on YouTube and Facebook. There are 3 people on YouTube and Facebook, but I can't see who you are because if there's no comment, I don't know who it is. All right. So pranams to all of you watching. Hare Krishna. Today we are going to be reading through verse 7 and verse 8 of Śrī Dāmodarāṣṭakam with the commentary by Śrīla Sanātana Goswami Pad, the Dig-darśinī-ṭīkā of Śrīla Sanātana Goswami Pad. I'm having a hard time speaking. Śrīla Sanātana Goswami Pad, and the Dig-darśinī-vṛtti of my Śrīla Gurudev, Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupad Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja. We'll go over the meaning of the words first and then begin. Oh, and by the way, with these word for words, like I haven't been looking at it beforehand. Like also verse 7 and verse 8, I haven't looked at it closely since last year, so I'm just going on what's in my head. So that's why it might not be totally accurate, everything I'm saying. I've been too busy to look up anything in advance. So we're all going through this together at the same time. Why don't I will open up this first. One second. I hope it's not too repetitive, me going over all these verses over and over again. I think it's really good to get it really, the meanings of all the words really, whatever the word is.
Well, whatever you're doing is great.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Dāmodarāṣṭakam. Oh, and soon I'm going to be finishing, in our japa program, I'm going to be finishing this book, Prapanna-jivanamritam, which is a book compiled by Śrīla Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj with verses from all over Shastra, about on the topic of Sharanagati. But we're going to be finishing that soon. So I'm thinking of of doing a similar thing like what I'm doing with Dāmodarāṣṭakam, explaining the meaning of all the words. And I'm thinking of going through all the ashtakams like that, like Purvashtakam, Prabhupada Padma, Prabhupada Padma, what is it called? Prabhupada Dashakam, all the different ashtakams. So, just letting you know. Okay. Namami. Namami means I offer pranam, I worship, I offer obeisances. Namami to who? To Ishvaram. Ishvaram, who has a Satchid Ananda Rupam, who has a form composed of Satchid Ananda. Lasat Kundalam, swinging earrings. Lasat means swinging, and Kundalam, so he wears swinging earrings. And Gokule Bhrajamanam. Gokule, in Gokul, he Bhrajamanam, he shines most brilliantly. He's resplendently situated in Gokul. Yashoda Bhiya, in fear of Yashoda. Ulu Kalat. Ulu Kalat means from the grinding mortar, or Dhavamanam, he dashes off, he runs off. Then Para means from behind. Amrishtam, he is caught. So he's caught from behind. Atyantato, that means ultimately. He's ultimately caught behind by Drutya. Drutya means running. Gopya, the gopi who is running. He is caught by the running gopi. That's Mother Yashoda. I might be getting some things a little bit wrong grammatically, but it's the basic idea of the words. So Yashoda Bhiya, in fear of Yashoda. Ulu Kalat, from the grinding mortar. Dhavanmanam, he runs, he dashes off. Paramrishtam, caught from behind. Atyantato, ultimately caught from behind. Drutta Gopya, by the gopi, Mother Yashoda, who's running after him. Okay. Rudantam muhur netra yugmam mrijantam karam bhoja yugmena. So with his kara means hand, ambhoja means lotus. So karam bhoja, lotus hands. Yugmena means by the two. So by his two lotus hands. Mrijantam means he's rubbing his netra yugmam, his two eyes. Netra yugmam, two eyes. So Rudanta Muhur, crying incessantly, he rubs his eyes with his two lotus hands. Satanka netram, his eyes are showing great fear. Satanka, that means fearful eyes with fear. Then Muhu Shvasa, this word comes up twice. See, in the first line, Muhu, and in the third line, Muhu. This word Muhu means incessantly, again and again. So again and again, he's taking heavy breaths. Sobbing, that's shvasa. And that heavy sobbing, that sobbing is causing the graiva, the necklace, which is stita, which is situated around his kanta, which is anka, which is marked anka, with 3 rekha, with 3 lines. It causes that graiva to kampa, to tremble. His heavy breaths, his again and again, that's causing the graiva situated on his neck with 3 lines to kampa, to tremble. That Damodar, bhakti-bhājau, is bound by bhakti. Ittidrik, like this, through these pastimes, through his own lila, swalilabhir. What does he do? He nimajantam. He drowns his swagosham, the residents of Gokul, his own people of Gokul, in Ananda Kunde, in an ocean, in pools of bliss. Thereby, akyapāyantam, he informs, he makes it known to all those who are tadiyeshitar geshu, those who are geshu, who have knowledge, who are aware of his ishita, of his godhood. Tadiya ishita, his godhood, geshu, who are knowledgeable of that. What does he make known to them? What does he akyapāyantam? What does he akyapāyantam to those, to the tadiyeshital geshu? That bhaktar jitatvam, that he is jitatvam, he is conquered by his bhaktas, by his devotees. Puna, again and again, prematas, with love, tang, unto that Damodar, Satyavrata vande, I offer hundreds of times prayers, obeisances, vandana. I glorify, I offer pranam, Satyavrata, hundreds of times. Varam deva moksham na. Na means not. I do not, varam, I do not beg for, O deva, deva is, O deva, I do not beg for moksha, or va means or, mokshavadim, or the pinnacle of liberation, of moksha, which is residence in Gokula, residence in Vaikuntha. Na chanya vrineham, vrine aham. I do not seek, I do not ask, even for anything else. What else would you want than residence residence in Vaikuntha? Well, we see many prayers where devotees pray that even if I'm even if I live in hell, that's okay. But I just want to glorify you. But and perform these limbs of bhakti. That's even superior to residence in Vaikuntha, is being able to. But now Sanātana Satyavrata Muni is saying, I don't even want that. Not that means bhakti characterized by that means no vaidhi bhakti. But what does he want? Then he says, I don't even want that from you, O Lord, this means vara means benedictions, ishad, the supreme Lord, who offers benedictions. Oh yeah, I don't even ask for that from the supreme Lord who offers benedictions. What do I want? And api means even. I don't even want that. Now it says iha. What do I want? Iha, here in Vrindavan, idang, this vapu, this form of yours, te means yours, so this form of yours, O Nath, this form of yours, as a gopala balam, as a little cowherd boy. I want this form, sada, always, me, in my manasi, heart, always in my heart, sada me manasi, avirastam, will always remain visible, will always remain manifest. Kim anyay, what is the use for anything? Kim, what? Of anyay, anything else. What is the use of anything? What is the need for anything else? Now the 5th verse. Idam te, so this form of yours, no, idam means this, and te means your, mukham bhojam, your lotus-like face. Mukha amboja. Remember, karamboja means lotus-like hands. Mukhamboja means lotus-like face. So your mukhamboja, your lotus face, is vrittam. It is encircled by avyakta-līlāya. Avyakta-līlāya kuntalai snigdha-raktaish. All these words go together. Avyakta-līlāya means extremely dark blue. Kuntalai, that means hair. Curly hair, curly locks. Snigdha raktaish, which have a soft reddish glow. So your mukhambojam, your lotus-like face, which is encircled by black, extremely dark blue locks of hair, which have a reddish glow. That lotus face is muhu, is repeatedly, again and again, we came across this word in the 2nd verse, muhu repeatedly, chumbitam. It is repeatedly kissed, chumbitam. Kissed by the gopi. See, it says gopya. Which gopi? This could either refer to Mother Yashoda, or it could refer to Srimati Radhika. So your face is incessantly, repeatedly kissed by the gopi, and your mukham bojam has bimba rakta dharan. That means bimba red, rakta means red, so bimba fruit, red adharam, lips. So may this form, idam, this form, this face of yours, may in my manasi, in my heart, abhirastam, may it always remain visible, may it always remain manifest. Alam laksha labhai. Alam means enough, literally, like if you look up alam in the dictionary. Enough with millions of other attainments of labhai. Labhai means attainments. So enough with millions of other attainments. I don't care about millions of other attainments. I only want this. And as we read yesterday, there's a progression. First, there's offering obeisances in these first verses. And then there's offering vandana, prayers. And then there's praying for the Lord to remain manifest in my heart. And these two prayers. And now what we read yesterday in this 6th verse, now he's asking for even more. Not only I don't want you just to manifest in my heart. I want you to be able to see you directly. Edi akshi drishya. I want you to become directly visible to my eyes, not just manifest in my heart. I want you to become directly visible to my eyes. So there's a progression. So let's go through this. So we read yesterday also. Sanātana Gosvāmī was saying, he's making these prayers, but then he's thinking, but how will I be able to attain this? The best process to attain the goal, the best sadhan, is Harinam Sankirtan. So now in this 6th verse, he begins Harinam Sankirtan. He prays, obeisances to you, O Deva, O Damodar, O Ananta, O Vishnu. And yesterday we read 7,000 words is an hour, like a very long reading, all about the deep meaning, why he's using these words. It's not just any random thing that he's using these particular words to make this prayer. I'm not going to repeat that all because that was way too, that was yesterday's reading. So, O Deva, O Damodar, O Ananta, O Vishnu, Prasiddha, Prabhu, O Prabhu, be pleased with me, Prasiddha, be pleased with me. Dukkha jalabdi magnam. I am drowning in an ocean. Magna means drowning, abdi means ocean, of dukkha jala. Dukkha jala. Jala means a series, network, a series of miseries. One misery after the next, dukkha jal. Abdi magnam. I'm drowning in it, in an ocean of misery. And we read yesterday that Mahaprabhu asked Raya Ramananda, what is the greatest misery? And then Raya Ramananda said that other than the dukkha, than the misery of separation from the Vaishnavas, there's no other misery that can even compare. And so indirectly, Śrīla Satyavrata Muni is praying for sadhu sangha. And there's a whole long section that we read about on this topic, about sadhu sangha yesterday. Kripa-drishti-vṛshtyati. Kripa-drishti-vṛshtya. Please shower your kripa-drishti, your merciful glance. For I am ati dinam, I am extremely fallen. And bata means, oh, alas. It's like a exclamation like that, alas. Alas, anugrihanesha, be kind on me. Anugrihana, anugrihana, be kind on me, shower your mercy on me. O Isha, O Lord, Mom, how am I, why, up, and it also is translated as uplift me. Yeah, kindly uplift me. Anugrihana, and be kindly. like, what is he praying for now? Edi? What does Edi mean again? I forgot. I think, shoot, I forgot what that means. But Akshi Drishya, become visible to my Akshi, to my eyes. Drishya, visible. And Agya means ignorant, but I forgot how it fits in here. I don't see it in that translation. Anyways, become visible to this ignorant person, I'm guessing. I think Edi means like this. These. I think it means these. This. Anyways. Okay, so now we come to verse 7. Kuverātmajau baddha-mūrtyaiva yadvat tvayā mocitau bhakti-bhājau kṛtau cha tathā prema-bhaktiṁ. I'm just looking at the chat 1 second. Oh, Haribo Champak Mataji. Okay. So, kuverātmajau. Atmajau means the sons of Kuvera. Baddha-mūrtyaiva. So, Eva means just like you, oh God. Yeah, just like you freed the bound. I don't know what murti eva. Okay, I have to look at the word for word for this. Sorry, I didn't prepare in advance. 1 second. I never prepared in advance though. Yeah, it's just... Okay, I think this is where we are. Verse 7, okay. Okay, baddha-mūrtyaiva means by the divine form which was bound. Okay. Okay, I got it. Now... So, baddha-mūrtyaiva is referring to Kṛṣṇa, I think. Oh God, see, that's the thing with Sanskrit, is sometimes Sanskrit is so perfect in each word has all this, what do you say? Like each word has so many specific grammatical things about it that you can jumble up the order of words and it's still clear the meaning. You can't do that in any other language that I know of. Like, jumble up the words and the meaning is still clear. Like, the word order really matters in every language except for Sanskrit. So you'll just see things all over the place in Sanskrit sometimes. But, so this murti of yours, Eva, just like this murti, this was bound. Well, kuverātmajau, the two sons of Kuvera, yadvat, in the same way, tvayā mocitau, by you, they were freed. So you freed them. You freed the two sons of Kuvera. Even though you yourself your murti was baddha. In the same way, and not only did you mocitau, not only did you free them, but you bhakti-bhājau, you bestowed bhakti unto them. Bhakti-bhājau kṛtau cha. Does bhājau mean made them the recipients of bhakti? I think so. Let's see. Yes, both recipients of bhakti. You made them both recipients, so you kṛtau, you made them both bhakti-bhājau, recipients of bhakti. Tathā. So, in the same way, just like you freed them and made them recipients of bhakti, tathā, in the same way, prema-bhakti, svakāṁ me prayaccha. Please prayaccha, please bestow this prema-bhakti on me, unto me. What does svakāṁ mean? Svakāṁ means his own. So I guess bhakti unto you. Yeah, for you. Svakāṁ means for you. Your own bhakti. Bhakti unto you. Okay. So tathā prema-bhaktiṁ svakāṁ me prayaccha. So in the same way, please bestow this prema-bhakti unto you, for you. Na mokṣe grahomesti Dāmodarāṣṭakam. I do not want moksha. Na moksha graho. I will not, I do not graho. I do not yearn for moksha. And asti means there is. So there is no yearning for moksha. I have no yearning for moksha. Damodar. Oh Damodar, iha. I only want this prema-bhakti. No moksha, just prema-bhakti, this. Iha. Sorry, that was a really bad breakdown of the words. I'm now starting to understand it, but yeah, I learned this verse along, like I'm learning this verse along with you. I'm not just explaining it, I'm learning it. So, anyhow, let's now go on to the book. This is a long enough recap of the words. All right, let me just check the comments really quick. Hey, how come there are no comments? Hi, Haribol, everybody. See, there's a few more people there. A couple more. Okay. Okay, so let's sing this and then we'll begin. Oh, and Haribol, Kishore Krishnaru, and Champak Mataji. Kuverātmajau baddha-mūrtyaiva yadvat tvayā mocitau bhakti-bhājau kṛtau tathā prema-bhaktiṁ svakāṁ prayaccha na mokṣe graho mesti Dāmodarāṣṭakam. Okay, so na asti. There's no graho, yearning, for moksha in me. Oh Damodar, iha. I only want this. What do I want? That you, prayaccha, that you bestow prema-bhakti, svakāṁ, for yourself, onto me. Tathā, just as you have mocitau, just as you have freed the two sons of Kuvera, and you bhakti-bhājau, and you made them recipients. Kṛtau, you made them recipients, bhājau, of bhakti. Tvayā, for you. And yadvat means yadvat. What? Yadvat is all similarly, right? Yadvat. Hare Krishna, Seline Jagbandhan. Hare Krishna. Okay. All right. Even though you yourself, your murti, your form, was baddha. Even though you yourself were bound, you freed the two sons of Kuvera and made them recipients of bhakti. So in the same way, please also make me, please give me this prema-bhakti for you. Na moksha graho mesti. There's no yearning in me for moksha. Oh Damodar. That's the meaning of this. Okay. Now I'm pretty clear on all the words, I think. Oh, can I turn up the noise suppression? For sure. 1 second. There. Okay, now it's on. Share my screen again. Oh, and Shailini Jagbandhan, if you ever want to join on Zoom, I have another WhatsApp group where I send out the Zoom link if you're just letting you know. Okay, so translation. Oh, Damodar, even though you are bound with a rope to the grinding mortar by your mother, even though you yourself were bound with a rope to the grinding mortar by your mother, you set the two sons of Kuvera, Nala-Kuvara and Manigriva, free from Śrī Narad's curse that they live as twin Arjuna trees. And you enabled them to become recipients of the highest possible attainment, bhakti. In the same way, please profusely bestow upon me prema-bhakti for you. I long for this alone. I do not want any other kind of liberation. Okay, so now here's the Dig-darśinī-ṭīkā by Śrīla Sanātana Gosvāmī in Sanskrit. And now Here's the Dig-darśinī-ṭīkā bhavanubad. Here's the translation of this Sanskrit. In the previous verse, Sri Satyavrata Muni prayed with great eagerness for direct darshan of Sri Bhagavan, because he was overcome by a special kind of prem, a prem vishesh. However, due to the extraordinary longing in his prayers, a form of prem bhakti instantly awakened, indicating the sprout of prem, or the stage of bhav bhakti, causing him to realize that such direct darshan is only rarely accomplished. Therefore, having determined that prem bhakti is certainly the only means to attain that darshan, he now prays to Sri Bhagavan with the hope of attaining prem bhakti. Alternatively, the sage fears that his mind will not be satiated after having Sri Bhagavan's darshan only once. And at the same time, he dreads the agony of separation from Sri Bhagavan when he will not be able to see him the very next moment. He therefore prays to attain prem bhakti, having ascertained that prem bhakti is the sole means of capturing the Lord forever. Despite this conclusion, he still felt apprehensive. How can such a severe offender like me attain the most rare treasure of prem bhakti? However, he was comforted when he remembered Sri Bhagavan's glorious quality of bhakta-vatsalya, by which Sri Bhagavan makes the impossible possible. With this conviction, he rejected all varieties of moksha. And now, in this verse, beginning with kuverātmajau, he exclusively prays for prema-bhakti. With the words baddha-mūrtyaiva, the sage says, despite exhibiting the exceptional characteristic of allowing Sri Yashoda Gopi to bind you to a grinding mortar with rope, in your divine form, in your Shri Vigraha of Śrī Dāmodar, in other words, even in this exceptional form in which you are yourself bound, you delivered the two sons of Kubera from their bondage. This statement reveals the incomparable fortune of the twin Arjuna trees, who were able to see and touch Sri Kṛṣṇa personally while he enacted his supremely enchanting pastimes. Sri Kṛṣṇa had pulled the grinding mortar behind him and crawled between the two trees. Although he was himself in a state of being bound, he mocitau, he freed the two sons of Kuvera, Nala Kuvar and Mani Griva. But he did not just free them from Sri Narad's curse and liberate them from material existence, he also gave both of them prem bhakti for him. If someone is addressed by the phrase bhakti-bhājata, that means recipients of bhakti, it is understood that they have taken irrevocable shelter of bhakti as the ultimate goal, and that they will never neglect bhakti in any way. Therefore, when the sage says, bhakti-bhājau kṛtau, you made both of them so dedicated to bhakti, when the sage says this, he is clearly indicating that Sri Bhagavan granted them prema-bhakti. In this regard, a statement found in Śrīmad Bhagavatam 10.10.42, spoken to Nala Kuvara and Mani Griva by Sri Bhagavan himself, is evidence of this. So Bhagavan himself is now saying to Nala Kuvara and Mani Griva, Sanjato mai bhavo vamipsita paramo bhava. The prem for me that you both greatly desired has now fully arisen within your hearts. Because of this prem, you will never again become trapped in material existence. Srila Sanātana Gosvāmī explains this verse as follows. Sri Bhagavan is saying, O Nala Kuvar and Mani Griva, the prem, the parama-bhava, the prem for me, mai, that the two of you, desired, that you desired, has now fully arisen, sanjato, in you. Therefore, you will no longer have to suffer the pain of repeated birth and death in material existence, abhava. Śrī Satyavrata Muni prays, O Damodar, just as you granted prema-bhakti to the two sons of Kuvera without any cause, similarly, please profusely bestow upon me prema-bhakti for you, which is characterized by taking absolute shelter of your lotus feet. Or it means, please grant me prema-bhakti for your beautiful form as a small child who is bound by your mother's rope. Shri Kṛṣṇa may ask, why are you insisting on prema-bhakti to the exclusion of everything else? Why will you not accept liberation, moksha, as well, just as the two sons of Kuvera did? Otherwise, you have to repeatedly suffer miseries like birth and death within material existence. In reply to this, Śrī Satyavrata Muni explains, no, I do not want this moksha that you're offering me. I only insist on attaining this prema-bhakti. I do not want to accept moksha. If anybody sees a mistake anywhere, please point it out so that we can fix it. This is going to be printed soon. The meaning of Śrī Satyavrata Muni's words is, if my repeated birth and death within material existence is destroyed by prema-bhakti, then let it be destroyed. If it is not, then I do not care. I have no expectation either way. The sage's deep mood is understood by a simple example. If someone obtains a wish-fulfilling Chintamani gem, then he will easily attain everything else. Therefore, in the presence of prema-bhakti, what is the use of accepting a single insignificant boon like moksha? The words of the sage may also be understood in another way. He prays, O Damodar, please grant me prema-bhakti specifically to you, svakāṁ, for yourself. Here, by addressing his Lord as Damodar, the sage prays for prema-bhakti that is specifically related to the form of Bhagavan, whose belly is bound by rope. It is possible to interpret this to mean that the sage selfishly wants Sri Bhagavan's waist to remain uncomfortably bound by rope forever. So fearing his prayer might be misunderstood in this way. He says, Na mokṣe graho mesti. Do you think that I want you to remain tied? That I do not want you to be released from the bondage of your mother's rope? Overwhelmed with regret, the sage says, I am certainly concerned for you. However, kindly grant me that uncommon prema-bhakti, which I fervently cherish, in relation to your exceptional form as Damodar, who is bound by the prema of Mother Yashoda. Hari Bol Shubhananda Prabhu. Okay, yeah, Selina Jagbandan. Okay, you know what I'm going to do right now before I forget? I am going to share, this is our WhatsApp group. It's for Chaitanya Bhagavat, but we're pausing from Chaitanya Bhagavat during this Kartik. But I will share the link right now, otherwise I'll forget. So send link. This is our WhatsApp group, and in this WhatsApp group, I share the link, copy link. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in the chat here on YouTube. Anybody who wants, they'll find it. They can join this WhatsApp group. And if you want to jump on, you don't have to, but if you want to jump on now, here is the Zoom link. I'm also posting the Zoom link. Let's reply. There. There's a Zoom link. And that Zoom link never changes. It always stays the same. So you can even just save that Zoom link and use it whenever you want. You'll also find this all on my website, vineofdevotion.com. Okay. Okay. So accordingly, the special joy that, sorry, let me read that. Okay. So Srila Sanātana Gosvāmī reveals yet another meaning of this verse. One can also interpret the word iha in this to mean here in Vrindavan. By this interpretation, it is understood that the sage prays please grant me prema bhakti in Vrindavan. Accordingly, the special joy of that prema bhakti only appears in Śrī Vrindavan. Because such prema bhakti manifests predominantly in Śrī Vrindavan, the sage prays to see the bound form of Śrī Bhagavan there, only in Śrī Vrindavan, because this is the only place where this happens. This special form of Śrī Bhagavan, when he is bound up, can only be seen there. So in order to see this form directly, and also because of his extraordinary desire to see Vrindavan Bihari, Śrī Bhagavan, as he who blissfully enjoys in Vrindavan in his threefold bending form, the sage is praying to reside in Śrī Vrindavan forever. All this is indirectly conveyed through the word iha. So iha, here, in Vrindavan. The other portions of this verse are not affected by this and should be understood according to the explanation already given. Thus ends the English rendition of the Dig-darśinī-ṭīkā on the 7th verse. There's Śrīla Sanātana Gosvāmī's commentary. Now we're reading my Śrīla Gurudev's commentary, Dig-darśinī-vṛtti. Nri Hariprabhu was asking, how can we get the past readings? Everything is on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel it's youtube.com/@madhudas. I'll send you the link and you'll see all the. Okay, Dig-darśinī-vṛtti. In the previous verse, this is by commentary by my Śrīla Gurudev Nitya-lila Pravishya Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja. In the previous verse, Śrī Satyavrata Muni performed Nam Sankirtan with a melted heart. By the potency of Nam Sankirtan, he received a direct darshan of his worshipful Damodar for just a moment. It is as if Shri Kṛṣṇa said to him, "O sage, I am pleased with you. Request anything you wish." So this is a result of Sankirtan. Nam Sankirtan, now Kṛṣṇa is saying, I'm pleased with you. He's right before he's doing Nam Sankirtan and saying, "Be pleased with me, prasiddha prabhu dukajala primagnam." So now, as a result, Kṛṣṇa is coming to him. I'm pleased with you, request anything you wish. Satyavrata Muni now says, even though you yourself were bound, you freed the two sons of Kuvera, Nala-Kuvar and Manigriva, who had been cursed by Śrī Narada to live as twin Arjuna trees. And you also delivered them from the repeated cycle of birth and death within material existence. Furthermore, you made them the recipients of the highest form of bhakti to you by granting them prema-bhakti. In the same way, please profusely bestow upon me prema-bhakti for you. One second. Okay. Haribol, Prajuna Prabhu, and Mantramurti Mataji. Haribol. Kuvera is the treasurer of the demigods, and his two sons, because of their vast wealth, became intoxicated by pride. The scriptures describe 4 characteristics that intoxicate a man who possesses them. The 4 characteristics is great opulence and wealth is one of these. The other 3 are beauty, learning, and noble birth. So opulence and wealth, beauty, learning, noble birth. These are the 4 characteristics that intoxicate a man. A curse given by a saint is identical to his blessing. So if you get cursed by a saint, don't worry, that's his blessing. Both are meant for our ultimate benefit. But we cannot always understand this. Śrī Narada apparently cursed the sons of Kuvera, Nala-Kuvar and Manigriva. He said, "Intoxicated by the pride of wealth, you have become so dull that you are acting like trees. So be it. Become trees." The moment these words issued from Śrī Narada's mouth, the two sons of Kuvera could feel their bodies turning into trees. They fell at Śrī Narada's lotus feet and begged him to arrange for their deliverance. Śrī Narada consoled them. Listen, at the end of Dvapara Yuga, Swayam Bhagavan Shri Kṛṣṇa, the original personality of Godhead, will appear in Gokula and deliver you. Saying this, Śrī Narad left that place, and subsequently the two brothers took birth as twin Arjuna trees in the courtyard of Śrī Nanda Mahāraja's house. After tying up Śrī Kṛṣṇa, Mother Yashoda returns to the house to churn yogurt. At that time, Śrī Kṛṣṇa recalled this incident and the statement made by his dear devotee Śrī Narad, ordaining the deliverance of the two sons of Kubera. Pretending that he was simply playing with his friends, he crawled over to the two Arjuna trees to deliver them, pulling the grinding mortar behind him. When he crawled between the two trees, the grinding mortar became lodged between them. And as Śrī Kṛṣṇa pulled it with great force, the massive trees came crashing to the ground, making a tumultuous sound. From the ancient trees, two heavenly personalities at once emerged, circumambulated Śrī Kṛṣṇa, and began offering prayers to him. Śrī Kṛṣṇa then blessed them both with prema-bhakti. Those two personalities became the famous narrators, Madhukanta and Snigdhakanta in Aprakat Vraj, the unmanifest Vrajdham situated in the heart of the spiritual sky. There they eternally recite the sweet pastimes of Śrī Kṛṣṇa in Śrī Nanda Mahāraja's assembly. And we'll be reading more about them tomorrow. There's an excerpt from Gopal Champu that we're going to read tomorrow. Very astonishing, beautiful description of, Okay. Srila Rupa Gosvāmī Pad explains how one can attain prema-bhakti. Ādau shraddha tathā sadhu sango bhajana kriya tato nārāyaṇa-vṛtti syat tato nishta ruchis tathā atha shaktis tato bhavas tato prema-bhāyau sadhakanam ayam premna pradhurbhave bhavikrama. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1:4 verses 15 to 16. I once had to recite this verse in front of Gurudev in Dadra when I was little. In the heart of the sadhak, first shraddha, faith develops. After that comes sadhu sangha, association with saints, bhajana kriya, regulative devotional practices, and then anartha-nivritti, the clearing of unwanted habits. Next, the sadhak develops nishta in bhajan, fixed determination in devotional service, followed by ruchi, followed by taste. Then he develops asakti, intense attachment to bhajan, and bhajaniya, to the object of bhajan, Brajendranandan Śrī Kṛṣṇa. After this, shuddha sattva, pure, unalloyed, transcendental existence, descends in the heart of the sadhak in the form of bhav, spiritual emotions. And finally, prema arises. This is the gradual development of love of Godhead. Prema bhakti actually develops in many sequences, but the most celebrated process and the one that is delineated in the scriptures is described here. Oh, that's interesting. From time immemorial, all the souls who are averse to Sri Bhagavan have been tossed about by the countless waves of misery in the fathomless ocean of material existence. They have simply been wandering aimlessly. However, when, by the special grace of Sri Bhagavan, the time comes for their worldly entanglements to end, they attain the company of devotees. In the association of saints, a sadhak obtains the great fortune of hearing the glories of the bhaktas. They attain the great fortune of hearing the glories of the bhaktas, of bhakti, and of Bhagavan, directly from the mouths of exalted personalities. Next, as a result of bhakti unmukhi sukriti, that's pious merits related to bhakti, transcendental faith, or paramarthik shraddha, arises within the sadhak's heart. It shouldn't be a long A here, paramarthik. I think so. Paramarthik. One second, let me just double check this. Param, once again. Param, yeah, I'm correct. Okay, so next, as a result of bhakti unmukhi sukriti, transcendental faith, a paramarthik shraddha arises within the sadhak's heart. The indication that this kind of shraddha has awakened in his heart is that he firmly believes in the statements of the scriptures and longs to hear Harikatha. Upon the dawning of such faith, in a sincere way, he begins to associate with devotees. At this point, he begins to practice bhajan, and his anarthas start to vanish. His bhajan soon becomes steadfast, nishta, and he subsequently acquires a taste, ruchi, for the process. Eventually, he develops profound attachment, asakti, for his bhajan and for the object of his bhajan, his worshipful Lord. When this stage matures, it becomes bhav, the sprouting stage of ecstatic loving emotions. Then, finally, prem finally arises in his heart. This is a sequence in which prem appears within the heart of a sadhak. Hearing the prayers of Satyavrata Muni, Sri Kṛṣṇa says, "O sage, you should accept liberation, which includes complete freedom from all the miseries of material existence." The sage responds, "O my Lord, I may encounter innumerable troubles in this life, and according to my past deeds and impressions, I may have to take birth in any species of life, or even in hell, but I have no concern for my material fate. I just beg you to give me abundant prema-bhakti for you. This is my only prayer." All of our acharyas explain that if a sadhak wants to attain this prema-bhakti, he must always seek the association of those who have prema-bhakti for Sri Bhagavan in their hearts. Vritrasura's prayer found in Śrīmad Bhagavatam 6.11.27 illustrates such a strong aspiration for this type of association. Mamottama shloka janeshu sakyaṁ saṅsāra chakre bhramata svakāṁ tvanmaya yatmatmajadara gehe shvas asakta chittasya nanata bhuyat. O Master, I do not want liberation. I am not concerned if I must repeatedly roam about in this vicious cycle of birth and death as a result of my actions. But I pray that wherever I go, and in whichever species I take birth, may I maintain loving friendships with your dear devotees who have prema bhakti for you. O Master, I pray that I will not have to maintain any relation with those who are subjected to your illusory potency and are therefore attached to their bodies, homes, wives, children, families, and others. A genuine sadhak should aspire to have such lobha, such intense greed to attain prema bhakti for Sri Bhagavan. This lobha can appear in anyone, in any stage of life. If raganuga bhakti, spontaneous loving devotion, which is characterized by intense greed, arises in someone's heart, he becomes worshipful for the whole world. Furthermore, by his prema bhakti, he even brings Sri Kṛṣṇa, who is unconquerable, under his control. Thus, Sri Satyavrata Muni prays, "O Master, you are bound by the rope of your mother's love. Please profusely bestow upon me prema bhakti for your form as Damodar, who is bound by his devotee." Thus ends the Dig-darśinī-vṛtti on the 7th verse. O Master, you are bound by the rope of your mother's love. Please profusely bestow upon me prema bhakti for your form as Damodar, who is bound by his devotee. And this point right here, this is a very important point. My Gurudev used to mention this all the time. A sadhak should aspire to have lobha, this intense greed to attain prema bhakti for Sri Bhagavan. And now this point right here, this lobha can appear in anyone in any stage of life. Something my Gurudev used to say on this point is that you can't stop somebody's desire. Desire can get sorry. The desire can get, and it doesn't, there's no qualification to have a desire. So he'd give an example, even though there might be some poor beggar on the streets with, with like 2 teeth in his mouth and no, like nothing, absolutely no possessions, ugly, and no chance of, all deformed, and no chance of ever making it in the world, like the most unqualified person, and he sees Princess Diana going by, he can say, oh, I want to marry her, I'm going to marry this Princess Diana, and nobody can stop that desire. You can't, he has a desire. What can you, like, there's no way of stopping it. And so even though we are ridiculously unqualified to attain prema bhakti, we can still desire it. And this desire for prema bhakti comes from hearing Harikatha from the mouths of pure Vaishnavas, especially Raganuga Vaishnavas who have this rag, this deep attachment that the Brajvasis have for Kṛṣṇa. So if we hear Harikatha from them, then this lobh, this greed to attain this prema bhakti, to be able to love Kṛṣṇa like they do, can appear in our hearts, even though we're completely unqualified. And this is how we enter into the process of Raganuga Bhajan, is through hearing Harikatha from these associates of Braj who come to this world, by hearing that kind of Harikatha, and then we get some lobh. And then we engage in the process of bhakti, and then you're starting on the process of Raganuga. That's the process. And Raganuga, there's a misconception that many people have that Raganuga just means it means spontaneous, man, just no rules and regulations. It's just spontaneous, and it's like some kind of like hippie thing, like, yeah, free love, spontaneous, like no need for all these rules and formalities and all that. But Raganuga actually is something. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he says in Ragvartma Chandrika that people who think like this forgot the exact words he used, but yeah, it's not good. He says something really strong. Yeah, I have to look that up. But actually, when you're following the path of Rag, you'll be following everything even more strongly, more intensely. Instead of waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you'll wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. But everything you do is not based on fear. It's not based on like, I gotta follow the scriptures, otherwise I'm gonna go to hell, or it's everything ends up being done because you want to, your greed is so intense to get this prema bhakti, to achieve Kṛṣṇa prema, that you do everything automatically, spontaneously. Yeah. So anyways, okay. I don't know why I went off on that. Oh yeah, because of this. All right. So now verse 8. 1 second, just checking the comments. All right. Verse 8. Namaste. Okay, let's break this down. Okay, I'm just checking. I'm just getting the meaning for everything. Atta means furthermore. Okay, Vishvasa, the entire universe. Okay. All right, let's break this down now. I'm just checking the chat. Yes, very important point. Yes. Okay. Namastestu Dhāmne sphurad-dīpti-dhāmne. So namastu, I offer pranam unto you. Sorry, no. Namaste, te means your, right? No. Yeah, okay. Namastestu Dhāmne. I offer pranam to te, your, Dhāmne, to your, to the rope. that rope, which is Dam, right? Damodar. Dam means rope. So I offer pranam to the rope. Sphurad-dīpti-dhāmne. That rope is sphurad-dīpti. It's the abode, it's the dham of spurad, of brilliant, dipti, effulgence. So I offer pranam to the dham, which is the dhāmne, the abode of brilliant spurad, dipti, effulgence. Tvayā means your, udar. So to your udar, ayata. What does ayata mean? Okay, it's saying udaraya. So tvayā udaraya, onto your belly, atta, furthermore. So furthermore, atta, I offer pranam to your udaraya, onto your belly. Okay, so tvayā udaraya, atta. Atta, furthermore, tvayā, your udaraya, onto the belly. Furthermore, I offer pranam to your belly, which vishvasya dhāmne, which is the mainstay of the entire universe, which is the support of the entire universe. Namo Radhikaya. I offer pranam unto Radhika, Srimati Radhika. Tvayā, your prayaccha, unto your beloved, unto Srimati Radhika. I offer pranam. And Namo nanta-līlāya. I offer pranams unto your ananta. Ananta means no end. So your endless pastimes, your eternal pastimes. I offer pranam to your eternal pastimes. I offer pranam unto you, O Deva, Devaya. Tubhyam means unto you. I offer pranam to you, my Deva, my divine Lord, who perform unlimited pastimes. Tubhyam means unto you. All right, let's go through this now. Namaste-stu Dhāmne, sphurad-dīpti-dhāmne, tvayā-darāṣṭakam, vishvasya-dhāmne, namo radhikāya, tvayā-priyāya, namo nanta-līlāya, devāya tubhyam, namameshwaram sachidananda-rūpam, dasakundalam gokule brajamani. Okay. O Damodar, I offer my respectful obeisances to the celebrated rope binding your belly, for it is an abode of brilliant effulgence. Sphurad-dīpti, it is the dham of sphurad-dīpti. It is the abode of brilliant effulgence. I offer my respectful obeisances to your belly, which supports the entire universe of moving and non-moving entities. It is the dham of the vishvasya of the entire universe. I offer my respectful obeisances again and again to Srimati Radhika, your most beloved. And I offer my respectful obeisances to you, my divine Lord, who performs unlimited transcendental pastimes. So now the Dig-darśinī-ṭīkā by Śrīla Sanātana Gosvāmī. Let's just read the first sentence. Evam stutim samāpayan swaprarthita siddhaye bhakti-visheshena va tadya-sadharan parivaradhin api pratyekam pritak pranamati namastviti. Okay. Now the bhavanuvad of this Dig-darśinī-ṭīkā. Now in this verse beginning with namaste stu, Śrī Satyavrata Muni concludes his prayers, either for the purpose of attaining his cherished goal, or else due to the exuberance of the uncommonly excellent form of bhakti that has arisen in his heart. He offers separate respectful obeisances to the extraordinary rope binding Sri Bhagavan's waist, and to his bodily limbs, and to his associates. Right? The Dham, the Udar, and Srimati Radhika. Let's see what does the footnote say. Srila Sanātana Gosvāmī has indicated these three: the rope binding Sri Kṛṣṇa, his limbs, his belly, and his associates, with the words parikar, avayava, and parivar, respectively. Okay, parikar, avayava, and parivar. Okay, the sage says, I offer my respectful obeisances to the wondrous rope binding your waist. What is that rope like? Considering this question, he adds, it is the abode or refuge of all splendid effulgence. Here, he intends to establish that due to being replete with unlimited effulgence, this extraordinary rope consists of the very nature of concentrated Brahma. The sage continues, next, I offer my obeisances to your belly, because your belly and your Vatsalya Lila only manifest in matchless magnificence when your belly is bound by rope in this way. What is your belly like? The sage says, your belly is the basis of the entire universe, consisting of all created beings, both moving and non-moving. In fact, the lotus of the 14 planetary systems arose from the lotus-like navel in the center of your belly. Furthermore, on 2 occasions, Sri Kṛṣṇa showed his mother, Sri Yashoda Devi, his Vishvarup, or universal form. See Śrīmad Bhagavatam 10:7-35-36 and 10:8-37-39. So Kṛṣṇa showed his mother, Yashoda Devi, his Vishvarup, or universal form, while enacting his childhood pastimes in Vrindavan. It is therefore clearly understood that simply by binding Sri Kṛṣṇa's belly, the entire universe becomes bound. In other words, the sage declares that by binding Sri Kṛṣṇa, Sri Yashoda Devi had in fact brought the entire cosmos under her control. Wow. Sri Yashoda Devi had in fact brought the entire cosmos under her control. Because Krishna's belly, his udar, is the dham of the Vishwa, is the mainstay, is the resting place of the entire universe. And Yashoda bounds that belly. Furthermore, Jai Yashoda Maya ki Jai, Kishore says. Furthermore, it is impossible to bind the all-pervading unlimited Lord, but he allowed himself to be bound, thereby displaying his bhakta vatsalya, or his exceptional affection for his devotees. By logic, it cannot be understood how all the unlimited universes are encompassed within Sri Kṛṣṇa's belly. Yet even this wonderful belly of his was bound. Thus, the sage implies here that by allowing himself to be bound, and thereby allowing all the universes to be bound, a pastime completely beyond all logical considerations. By this, Sri Bhagavan displayed his unparalleled opulence and grandeur, his Aishvarya. After the sage offers obeisances to the rope, he next offers obeisances to the Lord's belly, thus implying that the rope is resting there. Also, it is implied that he is offering obeisances in order of increasing superiority. First, so superior to the rope is the belly, and superior to Krishna's belly is Srimati Radhika. Or no, maybe he's just referring to these two things. Okay, yeah, I think so. At this point, the sage understands that only by the mercy of Sri Bhagavan's loved ones can he attain his cherished goal, and that which he cannot even conceive of. Yes, at this point, the sage understands that only by the mercy of Sri Bhagavan's loved ones can he attain his cherished goal. Yeah, he can attain his goal, and even that which he can't even conceive of, which isn't, it's like, beyond his goal. With this understanding, he offers obeisances to Sri Bhagavan's most beloved, Bhagavati Srimati Radhika, by the words Namo Radhikayai. In fact, by offering obeisances to Sri Radhika, the sage actually conveys his obeisances to all the gopis. All the gopis are her Kaya Vyuha, right? Or a different understanding is that the sage is offering his pranam to Srimati Radhika alone because he regards her as the foremost of all the gopis. Srila Sanātana Gosvāmī now sheds light on why the sage uses the word Radhika. Shri Radha is constantly immersed in Shri Bhagavan's worship, Aradhana. That is, she is forever wrapped in arousing his pleasure. It is through this word alone, Aradhana, that one can understand the profound meaning of Shri Radhika's name. Therefore, the sage says to Shri Kṛṣṇa, Shri Radhika is tvayā prayaccha, your most beloved. Alternatively, Radhika can be understood by its conventional sense, without any consideration of etymology. In that case, it is understood that the sage says, even without considering her worship, her aradhana of you, she is simply your nitya priya, your eternal beloved. Furthermore, the sage says, due to the love that all your devotees, that all your tvayā, that all your devotees have for you, they are very dear to her. So what can be said about how dear you must be to her? In other words, you are her nitya priya, you are her eternal beloved. In this way, the sage is proclaiming Srimati Radhika's exceptional love for Sri Kṛṣṇa. His words can be understood in two ways. I offer my respectful obeisances to you, the beloved of Radhika. Or it could be understood as, I offer my obeisances to your most beloved Shri Radhika. Whoever loves you is worthy of adoration by the whole universe. Therefore, since Shri Radhika is your most beloved, I offer my most respectful obeisances to her. At the end of his prayers, he wanted to describe Srimati Radhika's pastimes with Sri Kṛṣṇa, such as Ras-līlā, which are most worshipful. However, recognizing that such pastimes are extremely confidential, he did not describe them explicitly. Wow. And there's a very long annotation by my Param Gurudev. Should we read it now, or maybe we'll read it at the end? Let's read it at the end. So, however, recognizing that such pastimes are extremely confidential, he did not describe them explicitly. And we'll get there afterwards, the explanation. Instead, according to the popular adage, Madhurena samapayat, all should conclude sweetly. He submitted his obeisances to Madhur Ras through a slight hint with the words Namo nanta-līlāya, obeisances to your unending pastimes. So he's hinting to Madhur Lila, the conjugal pastimes. Next, Sri Satyavrata Muni says, Devaya, I offer my respectful obeisances to the playful divinity, or to he who is supramundane, Sri Bhagavan. By mentioning Śrī Dāmodar Krishna's divinity, the sage implies that all of Sri Krishna's pastimes are similarly aprakrita, they are transcendental. Otherwise, since the word deva is derived from div, he who is ever rejoicing in playful sports, the sage says, O Deva, because you are eternally engaged in playful pastimes with Sri Radhika, I offer my obeisances to you, the performer of unlimited pastimes, of nanta-līlāya. Here, the word nanta-līlāya certainly refers to all of Sri Bhagavan's pastimes in Gokul as well. Thus, yet another meaning of the sage's words is illuminated. I offer my respectful obeisances to each and every one of your transcendental pastimes. Thus ends the English rendition of the Dig-darśinī-ṭīkā on the 8th verse. 1 second, I'm just making a note here. I think this should be moved to the end of the chapter because it's really weird just in the middle of the book. Make this an end note. This looks very strange and is a little confusing as a footnote. Footnotes shouldn't be pages long. Okay. All right. Okay, so now let's read this annotation by my Param Gurudev. Okay, so let's just see what the annotation is about. At the end of his prayers, he wanted to describe Srimati Radhika's pastimes with Sri Krishna, such as Ras Leela, which are most worshipful. However, recognizing that such pastimes are extremely confidential, he did not describe them explicitly. So annotation by Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj. Generally, the statement Namo nanta-līlāya is understood to mean, I offer my obeisances exclusively to Ananta-lila Bhagavan, that Sri Krishna whose pastimes have no end. However, directing his attention towards Sri Satyavrata Muni's inner intention and driven by his own personal bhav, Srila Sanātana Gosvāmī has revealed a confidential meaning of the above phrase. He explains that the sage is actually offering his obeisances directly to Sri Ras Leela. The word ananta means that which has no limit or end, or in other words, eternal, unending, or innumerable. According to Sanskrit grammar, the word līlāya is the singular fourth case of the word lila because it is conjuncted with nama. Here you go. The syllable li means to embrace, and la means to accept. Thus, the word lila is understood. Thus, with the word lila, it is understood that the sage is saying, I offer my obeisances to Ras Leela and other pastimes in which Krishna accepts the gopis' embraces. Whoa. Okay, that's a very deep meaning of the word lila. Lila means to embrace, and la means to accept. Accept embraces. That's another meaning of lila. And so in this way, he's referring to Krishna's Ras Leela pastimes. I need to look this up to see if it's a long A there. Look up in. Okay. Therefore, in his above explanation, Srila Sanātana Gosvāmī explains that Ananta-līlāya also refers to all of Sri Bhagavan's pastimes in Gokul, and thus it is understood that the sage is offering his obeisances to all of Sri Bhagavan's pastimes. In this way, Srila Sanātana Gosvāmī has also made meaningful his own statement, Madhurena samapayet, all should end sweetly. Here, one more point must be carefully noted. In this final verse of Dāmodarāṣṭakam, Srila Sanātana Gosvāmī Pad is informing us that although Sri Krishna's pastimes such as Ras Leela are the most exalted of all his leelas, even though Ras Leela, Krishna's pastimes such as Ras Leela are the most exalted of all his leelas, they are highly confidential and therefore should not be described directly. They are not to be described directly. For this reason, Sri Satyavrata Muni has offered his obeisances to such pastimes just by hinting at them. By this, it is clearly understood that it is completely improper to hear and sing Ras Leela here and there, wherever and whenever one pleases. Moreover, if on the pretense of eradicating their lust, unqualified persons contemplate or imitate Ras Leela, even if only within their minds, they will commit the offense of diminishing its honor and sanctity and will surely become degraded. Then, like immature prakrit sahajias, they will become lusty and attached to a sensuous lifestyle. Wow, this is a very important point. So we hear that verse, what is it? Vikriditam vadu biridam cha Vishnu. You know, and the way to destroy the hrid rog, the disease of the heart, is to hear Ras Leela. But that also can be misunderstood. And so if on the pretense of eradicating their lust, of eradicating this hridrog, because that's what this verse says. Unqualified persons, they contemplate or they imitate Raslila, even only within their minds, then they will commit the offense of diminishing its honor and sanctity and will surely become degraded. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Then, like the immature prakrit sahajyas, they'll become lusty and attached to a sensuous lifestyle. So they'll become lusty. Instead of removing hridrog, they'll become more lusty. Because there is a qualifying word in there. It says shraddhanvito, endowed with faith. If you hear these pastimes with shraddha, with faith, and in a very respectful way, and you're not just like taking it as some enjoyment and like meditating on it like that, like for your own pleasure, then it will hridrog apihinoti. It will remove this desire for lust within the disease of lust within your heart. In order to determine whether a person who desires to hear and sing Raslila has the proper motive and eligibility, one must carefully study what has been explained at the end of the description of Raslila itself, found in the Śrīmad Bhagavatam. Naitat samacharej jatu manasapi hyanishvara vinashyatyacharan modhyad yatarudro tijam visham. Śrīmad Bhagavatam 10:33-30. Those who are not Ishvars, who are powerless and helplessly controlled by the laws of karma, should never imitate the Lord's pastimes even within their minds. Like a person who foolishly imitates Lord Shiva by drinking poison generated from the churning of the ocean, they will certainly be destroyed. This means that if a person is not truly qualified and competent, he should never contemplate, perform, or imitate Raslila even within his mind. For example, when the demigods and demons were churning the ocean of milk and poison rose to its surface, only Lord Shiva himself was capable of consuming that poison. So, if an ineligible person pretends to be extremely qualified and hears and sings Raslila, which will act just like poison for him, he will immediately die. That is, he will surely become entangled in the deadly grip of worldly life. Since Raslila is the crown jewel of all Sri Bhagavan's pastimes, the fruit of hearing about it, singing it, and remembering it is the crest jewel of all attainments. Therefore, those who are eligible to devotedly honor it, they must undoubtedly be the crest jewels of all exalted devotees. Someone who is diseased at heart, who is lusty and unqualified, should not in any way indulge in discussing Raslila. For example, in order to dispel nescience, it is compulsory to attain complete knowledge by seeking the highest education in a university. A kindergarten student, however, will not be allowed admission directly into the highest level of study. Similarly, it is inappropriate to impart the foremost transcendental teaching, the description of Raslila, to an ignorant person who is attached to gratifying his senses. Wow, this is great. All right, so now that was the annotation by my Param Gurudev, the Bhaktivedānta Keshav Goswami Maharaj. Now we're moving on to the Dig-darśinī-vṛtti by my Śrīla Gurudev. The construction noise is like, it's very loud behind me. I'm just wondering if the noise suppression is shutting it out or if I should move to a different spot. You can let me know. Just looking at the chat. It's all good? Okay, great. Dig-darśinī, oh wait, 1 second. Okay, it's all good? Great. Oops, you're saying yes, that it's okay? Or you're saying yes, I should move?
No, it's okay.
Okay, great.
We can't hear anything though.
Oh, great. Wow, this noise suppression is really, really good.
It's fantastic. It works very well.
Okay, great. Okay, so Dig-darśinī-vṛtti by Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī. Oh my God, I just noticed the time. It is 8:30. All right, I think that's time then. We will read this Dig-darśinī-vṛtti tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. We do not have time to read all this. So we will complete our reading of Dāmodarāṣṭakam tomorrow. And then we will read this end part. I'll just show you what we're gonna read. What we're gonna read tomorrow. Dam-bandhan-nibandhanam, the determination to bind Śrī Kṛṣṇa with rope, and Yamala Arjuna Mochanam, the deliverance of the twin Arjuna trees. This is from Gopal Champu. So, there's an excerpt from Śrīla Bhakti-Vigan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, his life and teachings, the biography written by my Śrīla Gurudev. He says, once during the month of Kartik, Śrīla Gurupad Padma had brought his noble presents to Śrī Keshavji Gaudiya Math. One day, he was sitting in his bhajan kutir, chanting Harinam, absorbed in transcendental emotions. I had sat down nearby and was silently reading the chapter on Śrī Dāmodarāṣṭakam Lila from Śrī Gopal Champu. As I read, I became completely fascinated with Śrīla Jiva Goswami's beautiful description of this pastime. Finally, unable to restrain myself, I ran over to Śrīla Gurudev and said, Śrīla Jiva Goswami was a Mahapurush, a most exalted personality, and an unrivaled philosopher. Even though he was an unrivaled philosopher and Mahapurush, he was at the same time a transcendental rasic poet, whose work is eloquent, touching, and descriptive. Yeah, because usually when we think of... Because usually when we think of Jiva Goswami, we think of, all the tathā and all that. But no, Jiva Goswami wasn't just a unrivaled philosopher. He was a rasic poet. Although such a combination of vast erudition and poetic artistry is rarely found in this world, when we read his narration of Śrī Dāmodarāṣṭakam Lila, we see the two unified in an astonishing manner. I began to read that description aloud. As I neared the end of the story, my Śrīla Gurudev suddenly began weeping. An incessant flow of tears cascaded down his cheeks, and other symptoms of spiritual ecstasy were clearly visible in his form. I've only seen such an expression of extraordinary spiritual emotions once or twice in my life. And so we will read what was causing Param Gurudev to experience these emotions. One second. সুবল আমার পাঠ চলছে এখন কি হয়েছে কে কে আচ্ছা oh my god oh Kṛṣṇa ঠিক আছে হ্যাঁ আমি তাড়াতাড়ি আসবো হরে কৃষ্ণ wow there's a devotee, very wonderful devotee, that lives right next to our mott. And she just passed away. She wasn't that old though. Anyways, he's telling me that I should go to the ghat, burning ghat now. They're gonna, yeah, so I'm gonna go for that soon. We'll just sing Dāmodarāṣṭakam and then I'll leave. Yeah, he sure says it will be a nectar-packed day tomorrow, full of nectar. Wow, just the other day, this lady was asking me for, well, not the other day, maybe like a couple weeks ago, but she was asking me for, no, more than a couple weeks ago, but she was asking me for this book of Gurudev's pictures, the picture book that Madhuvrat took. And she was coming every day for Mangalarti. And then all of a sudden she just passed away. Okay. All right, so we'll sing Dāmodarāṣṭakam. Okay, I'm going to turn off noise suppression so you could hear the mridanga. Namameshwaram Sachidananda-rūpam La Satkunda Lam Gokule Brajamana Yashoda Piyo Lokatava Mana O Paramrishtamatyan Tato Duttagopa Namameshwaram Sachidananda-rūpam Lasakundalam Gokule Brajamana Arudantamuhurnetra Yukmamrajanta Karam Puja Yumena Satanka Netram Moho Svasakampa Trirekanka Kanta Stita Graivadamo Dharam Bhakti-bhājau Namameshwaram Sachidananda-rūpam Lasakundalam Gokule Brajamana Iti Drikasvalilabhe Ananda Kunde Asvakusham Nimajantam Akyapayantam Tadiyeshitarkesho Bhaktarjitatvām O Puna Prema Tasvam Shatavritti-dhāmne Namameshwaram Sachidananda-rūpam Lasakundalam Gokule Brajamana Varam Deva Moksham Namokṣavadingva Onachanya Breneha Parisharapiha Idante Vapurnata Gopala Sada me manasya virastam kimanya Namameshwaram Sachidananda-rūpam Lasakundalam Gokule Brajamana Idam te mukham bhojam avyakta-līlāya Vritam kundalaisnekaraktascha gopya Mohosham vittam bimbarakta-dharami Manasya virastam aladakshala Namameshwaram Sachidananda-rūpam Lasakundalam Gokule Brajamana Namadeva-dāmodarānanta-vishno Prasiddha Prabhu Dukha-cālabdhi-magnam Kripa-drishti-vṛshtyati Dinam patanu Grihanesha Mamagyame-dakshitesha Namameshwaram Sachidananda-rūpam Lasakundalam Gokule Brajamana kuverātmajau baddha-mūrtyaiva yadvat tvayā mocitau bhakti-bhājau kṛtau ca tathā prema-bhaktiṁ svakāṁ prayaccha mokṣe grahonesti Dāmodarāṣṭakam Namameshwaram Sachidananda-rūpam Lasakundalam Gokule Brajamana Namastestu Dhāmne sphurad-dīpti-dhāmne tvayā vishvasya dhāmne Kishore, could you do Jayadwani? And I actually have to run and get my clothes from the clothesline, so I'm going to shut off my camera. But because I need to rush to Navadip. So yeah, could you do Jayadwani? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Jai Sabrika Rishi Shigrga Oranga Gana Harbita Giridhvari Radha Vinod Vihari Radha Nayanath Radha Raman Vihari Radha Madhava Shishi Sachinanan Gaura Hari Radha Damadar Jiv Ki Jai Sri Govind Gopinath Maran Mahan Jiv Ki Jai Jai Natya Lela Pravishtam Vishnupar Paramaham Sabri Vrachakachari Varyasto Trishta Shishaman Bhakti-bhājau Shilabhariti Gosvāmī Guru Mahārāja Ki Jai जय नत्यलेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद परमहंस ब्रह्मचार्य वर्यास्तो दृष्ट शिष्यमान भक्तिवेदांत शल नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज पतित पावन शिल गुरुदेव की जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रष्ट शिष्यमान भक्ति बल तीर्थ गोस्वामी महाराज की जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रष्ट शिष्यमान भक्तिवेदांत शल वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय जय नत्यलेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रष्ट शिष्यमान भक्तिवेदांत विक्रम गोस्वामी महाराज की जय जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रष्ट शिष्यमान भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय जय नत्यलेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रष्ट शिष्यमान भक्तिदयितमार गोस्वामी परम गुरु महाराज की जय जय नत्यलेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रष्ट शिष्यमान भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज परम गुरुदेव आचार्य केशरी की जय जय नत्यलेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रष्ट शिष्यमान जगद्गुरु श्री वर्षपाना विदयित दास शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय स्वापरिका शिल प्रभुपाद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर की जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद महापरम भगवत परवार परमहंस अष्टोत्रष्ट शिष्यमार गौर किशोर दास बाबूजी महाशय की जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद सप्तम गोस्वामी अष्टोत्रष्ट शिष्यमार सुचितानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर महाशय की जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद वैष्णव सर्वभौम अष्टोत्रष्ट शिष्यमार जगन्नाथ दास बाबूजी महाशय की जय सूर्यकुंदवासी सिद्धर्शल मधुसूदन दास बाबूजी महाराज की जय श्री उर्वदास उदरान दास की जय गुरुविदान आचार्य शिशुमार बलिदेव विभूषण प्रभु की जय महामहोपतयाय रसिकृष्ण मुनि शिल विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर पार की जय शिल रसिकानंद मुरारी प्रभु की जय श्री शिल रामचंद्र कविराज की जय श्री लोचन दास ठाकुर की जय शिल नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर महाशय श्रीनिवासाचार्य श्यामानंद पंडित प्रभुत्राय की जय श्री शिल कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय यशवतार विशल वृंदावन दास ठाकुर की जय श्री अष्ट कविराज वसुध जानव नित्यानंद दुर्श गोपाल श्री चौषधि महंत की जय जय श्री रूप श्री सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट रास रघुनाथ Śrī Gosvāmī Prabhu ki jai, Śrī Sarup Damodar Roy Ramananda Lokanath Udarva Adi Gaur Parishar Vrind ki jai, Namacharya Śrīla Haridasa Thakur ki jai, प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री शिल ईश्वरपुरी गोस्वामी पार की जय। श्री शिल माधवेंद्रपुरी गोस्वामी पार की जय। श्री अंतरदीप मायापुर सुमनदीप गोद्रुमदीप मध्यदीप गोलुदीप ऋतुदीप जानदीप मातृ द्रुमादीप रुद्रदीप मात्मका श्री नवदीप धाम की जय। श्री एक चक्र धाम की जय। श्री शांतिपुर धाम की जय। श्री गौर चंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री श्री गौर गदाधर की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्णा गोपीनाथ गोपी गोपा गौ गिरि गोवर्धन शत वनान माक श्री ब्रज मंडल धाम की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गंग सखी आमन सखी तुलसी भक्ति देवी की जय। ब्रजेश्वरी ब्रजेश्वरी वृषभानुनंदिनी श्रीमती राधा रानी ठाकुरानी की जय। से ललिता विशाख चित्र चंपकलत तुंग विद्या इंदुलेखा रंग देवी सुदेवी आदि सख्य वृंद की जय। हरि सख्य वृंद की जय। श्री आनंग प्रेम मंजलाल शेरूप लवंग राग विलस गुण रति कस्तूरी कमल नयन मणि अरि मंजारी वृंद की जय। श्रीमती वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भगवती पूर्णमास योगमाय देवी की जय। श्री गोपीश्वर सरशिव महादेव की जय। राधा पदन की तदाम श्री वृंदावन की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलिदेव सुभद्रा सुदर्शन चक्र नीलमाधव जीव की जय। श्री तत्व गोपीनाथ की जय। श्री जगन्नाथपुरी पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र मंडल नीलाचल धाम की जय। सर्वाभिघ्न विनाशन करे भक्त विघ्न विनाश श्रीन्द्र सिंह देव की जय। भक्तराज भक्त प्रवर श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। श्री प्रहलाद लक्ष्मेंद्र सिंह देव की जय। श्री चरिराम श्री संप्रदाय चर्याचार्य की जय। श्री मध्वा रमनोजा विष्णु स्वामी नम्रदित्य चर्याचार्य की जय। आकर मतरा श्री चैतन्य माद की जय। श्री गौरी माद वृंद की जय। अनंतरा श्रीमाद भगवताम भगवद गीता चैतन्य चरितामृत चैतन्य भगवत जैव धर्म आदि सर्व गौरी वैष्णव वृंद वृंद की जय। नमाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। त्रिभुवन मंगल श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। त्रिभुवन मंगल श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन धर्म की जय। कुलकेर प्रेमदान श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन धर्म की जय। त्रिभुवन मंगल धन्य कलु तर्क ब्रह्म श्री हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे महामंत्र की जय। श्री अनंत गुरु वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री समगत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री कार्तिक धमदार मास की जय। श्री कार्तिक धमदार व्रत की जय। कार्तिक देवी दमोदरी जय श्री श्रीमती राधिका महारानी की जय। श्री श्री राधा दमोदार जीव की जय। श्री यशोद दमोदार बाल गोपाल की जय। श्री यशोद मैया की जय। श्री दामोदराष्टकम की जय। श्री दामोदराष्टकम कमेंटरी बशिल सनातन गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री दामोदराष्टकम कमेंटरी बशिल गुरुदेव की जय। श्री सत्यव्रत मुनि की जय। लील पुरुषोत्तम स्वयं भगवान ब्रजेंद्र नंदन श्याम सुंदर राधिक्रमन श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। जय श्री रमा एकादशी की जय। श्री एकादशी देवी की जय। जय श्री श्री राधा दामोदर जीव की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। अनंत करि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। ओम वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदेवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
Dandavat pranams, dear devotees. So we will continue with our reading tomorrow. We'll finish the 8th verse. Actually, this section from Gopal Champu is kind of long, so I don't know how I'll do it. Maybe I should read some of it, pre-record it, and then we can you can listen. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But right now, I am rushing off to Navadvip, where I just found out as I explained, I forgot what her name is. Her son is Kuldeep, also known as Kanaya, and she's very wonderful. My god sister, and a very wonderful devotee, very dedicated, very focused on Srila Gurudev, very serious, always would go for Mangalarti every single day, and also go in the evening time and do lots of service, cleaning Gurudev's room and like that. And she's like a very senior disciple of Srila Gurudev. So she just passed away, and so if everybody can pray that she is very quick, is able to take birth, and we can pray that she takes birth in a wonderful Vaishnava family and is able to return to Gurudev very soon and continue engaging in his service. So I'm just Dandavat Pranams, Kishore Kṛṣṇa, Nri Hari Prabhu and Bhavatarani Mataji and Champak Mataji, Kishore Kṛṣṇa Prabhu, Shubhananta Prabhu, and let's see all who's here on YouTube and Facebook. Seline Jagbandan, Mantramurti Mataji, Prajumna Prabhu, and everybody else. Dandavat Pranams. All right. Hare Krishna, everybody. Hari Bol.